It is officially starter squad season. Now that we've got access to the full league database, shout out FUT Scoreboard, link down below. I've been able to spend too much time going through the database, finding some crazy cards, and I think I've put together one of the maddest starter teams you're gonna see. Are you ready? Let's do it. And for this video, I'm utilizing a website called easysbc.io. It's a good tool to kind of build squads. It has like some sort of AI thing built into it and recommends players to help get you chemistry or purely offer meta ratings. If you want to check out yourself, the link for that is also down below in the description. But let's get stuck in straight into this team. In the goalkeeper spot, we have got a Spurs player by the name of Vicario. 82 rated gold common, which in my opinion means he's going to be cheap as chips. Gold common cards never really hold too much value. 82 rated should be packed a lot, and he is great for a starter keeper and going to be really good for chemistry for this team. Now, at left back, according to the website, this man hasn't quite yet changed his club. It is Udogi, or Udogi, however you say it. I'm not 100% sure, but he's now a Spurs player, Italian, meaning automatically that him and our goalkeeper are on 2 chemistry each, which is fantastic. Hopefully that will be changed soon on the website. But for now, looking at Udogi's card, by the way, 88 pace. Look at the defending, the physicals, and the dribbling stats. He is going to be a meta beast, somewhat similar to Malacia from last year. I had that man's gold card for a good few weeks at the start of the game. I think Udogi being 77 rated as well should be packed a fair bit and definitely will be meta. So our first centre-back is another Spurs player. I'm an Arsenal fan putting 3 Spurs players into my starter team. It's questionable. All right, let me have it on this one because this man looks crazy. Van der Ven, 85 pace. On this card. Shadow, if he gets free chemistry, look at the boost we get. 93 pace, 85 defending. That is outrageous for a 78 rated starter card. He is going to be so good at the start of the game. He may have a little bit of value, mainly because a lot of people are going to try to get him in their starter squads. Even if you're just going to squad battles or rivals, you want quick, pacey defenders. Somewhat similar to LaCroix a few years ago. But he's 78 rated. He's going to get packed a lot. You'll probably pack him yourself at some point. So he's going to be cheap. Continuing the pacey defenders, we are branching out to the Saudi League. Now, the Saudi League, you're probably going to see it a fair bit at the start of the game, mainly because of a few players. You're going to see a few of them in this video, but they've had so many good transfers this year and so many cracked, crazy cards are over there, not high rated, so should be easily obtainable in starter squads. We've got Ibanez. I believe he came from Roma recently. The transfer only went through a few days ago, or even like a week ago, and this card is crazy. And I'm so happy he's joined this specific team in the Saudi League. You'll see why shortly. But once again, similar to Van der Ven, 85 base pace, really solid defending and physical stats. Just a starter beast. He ticks all the boxes, and he does have medium-high work rates, which is fantastic. So ultra defensive. And already we are looking pacey. 88, 85, and 85. Solid goalkeeper. Let's keep the pace. Let's keep it going. Now, this card might be a little bit more on the expensive side. You can have other players here, but I'm thinking he's not going to be crazy pricey, right? Famous last words. But Jeremy Frimpong is in the team because look at the stats, man. 83 rated. Now, defending and physicals are nothing crazy on this card. He's a pure pace demon. Great dribbling stats as well. So have him overlapping for sure in the custom tactics. But with the right chem style being a shadow, we get pretty respectable in the defensive department. I tell you what, an anchor should be the way to go. Boost the physicals up as much as you can, strength and aggression. But at the start of the game, defending and physical stats kind of go out the window a little bit when it comes to fullbacks. Pace is the meta. That's why he's in the team. Now, one thing I will say quickly in regards to this squad here, it is really good for a couple of reasons. Of course, they're crazy cracked cards at the start of the game, but it's a nice foundation to slowly level up your team over the first few weeks. I'll go through that once I've ran through the initial squad and show you where you can level up. Or if you get lucky and pack a card, maybe a bit too many coins and don't really know what to do with it and want to invest, I've got a few shouts in this team as well. So heading up to the midfield, let's get the big man in there. The big boy. It had to be done. Common. It's common. He's not rare, which could be good for his price. Big Joe Linton. Like, they've juiced him, man. He's 82 rated. Big Joe looking good. Almost in the Hullet gang, apart from the shooting letting him down. No surprise there. But as a box-to-box centre mid, he ticks most of the boxes. He's a powerful DM, according to this, and I agree with him 100%. Freestyle isn't great, but high work rates. Centre mid striker. Nice little alternate positions. And he's going to be so good. And in demand, I think. Now, hopefully he's not super rare. Being a gold common card, 82 rated, he should be a lot. Well, there should be a lot of them on the market. So his price shouldn't be anything crazy. So he's definitely going to be a strong addition to this midfield. So continuing the midfield three, in the middle, Mr. CDM himself. To be fair, majority of these boys could play CDM, but I think this man ticks majority of the boxes. is Frank Kessie, and he's moved to the Saudi League. Same team as Ibanez. That is unfair. The starter links, man, it's all coming together. It reminds me of the days when Dumbia, Gervinho, and who was the third one? Ibarbo. How could I forget that man? All miraculously ended up joining the same team, being Roma, back in FIFA 14, 15, and everyone was able to get them as a front three. Good times. The Saudi League is looking that way at the moment, and Al Ahly seems to be the destination. Frank Kessie, a little bit of a downgrade from last year, but that's fine. I think he should be packed a fair bit being 82 rated, and the stats are so solid. The physicals, the dribbling's a little bit low, same with Joelinton, which could be a bit of a worry, but I wouldn't really look too much into it at the start of the game. These stats definitely could hold their own. He offers a fair bit going forward with the shooting as well, decent passing stats, a fantastic card and a great addition to the squad. Now, continuing the absolute beefness that is this team, and he was in my video yesterday if you've seen that, where I ran through a fair few overpowered cards at the start of the game. Another box-to-box beast, Emre Can. Oh yes. The links are going to be great for a person you're going to see shortly. Probably on the thumbnail, to be fair, so you know who's coming up front. But very similar kind of builds to Kessie and Joelinton. They're almost carbon copies of each other, which I don't mind. Because if you're running like a midfield three like this team, you just got three seriously powerful defensive players who are box to box. All of them could go forward and contribute with goals and assists out the pitch. I think it's brilliant. You're going to have some serious muscle floating about in that midfield of the park as well. Now, Can might be a little bit pricey purely because of chemistry links. His card's like very solid, but being realistic, he's not super meta because of the lack of acceleration in there. He should feel a little bit on the slower side of things, but still a fantastic addition. And the team is starting to take shape. Let me know, well, think in your head right now, how much do you reckon it's going to cost? I'm not predicting it to be too expensive. Maybe initial release, yes, maybe people want to try these cards out. They'll spend 10k on a Van de Ven, for example, but eventually the prices will drop. Now, let's keep it going. And it's my boy, the starter beast himself. Recently transferred to Saudi Arabia, which is unfortunate for Premier League fans because he's not a Newcastle, but St. Max is back. And yes, Al Ahly. Look at them, the trio. We're playing noughts and crosses out here, 3 in a row. Kessie, Ibanez, and St. Max is beautiful. 5-star skills again, which is amazing. Just a crazy card at the start of the game. If you played a recent FIFA, you know this man is in demand. I'm pretty certain last time round, he was like 8 to 10k on the web app. Game came out, he's 40k. Basically the same card. So, may have the similar effect because you can link him to Kessie and Ibanez, but Saudi League, a little bit less demand than the Premier League, so hopefully the prices won't quite reach that height, but still a crazy looking card. Attacking work rate's great, 5-star, 4-star, man. What a baller. I mean, his shooting's nothing crazy, but you don't really need to rely on it too much. A chem style is definitely going to be given to boost it. You're mainly looking at the pace and the dribbling with this boy, and I'm excited to try him out at the start of the year. Now, we'll leave the striker to the last. We are going to go to our right winger, and it is another recent transfer. Zaniolo, recently joining Aston Villa. I really liked this card at the start of last year. I think as a playmaker, he's really good and underrated. 80 rated, there you go. Italian in the Premier League with good chemistry for Udogi and our keeper. And look at these shooting stats, man. Like, he's going to be decent in front of goal. Decent dribbling, great pace as well. Like an all-round package. Almost use him as like kind of a centre forward. Dropping in maybe behind St. Max and the striker you're going to see in a second. I think he's a very versatile player and definitely will be overlooked. And once again, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, all of these are easily upgraded to better cards, which I'll run through shortly. Now, saving the best to last. How much is this man going to cost, boys? If I can spell his name correctly. It's going to be a lot. And it's Adeyemi. Purely because he's got 96 pace. Yes. 96 pace, crazy shooting, insane dribbling stats. 97... That's not right. That's with the chem style, isn't it? Okay. Let's lower that real quick. But still, it's going to get carried away for a second. The shooting, though, still insane. The dribbling, great. Brilliant pace. Great passing. 4-star, 4-star. Just yes, please. And he offers great links to Emre Can, for example. Getting him on chemistry is super easy. Now, this team is almost full chem. I tell you what. Let's remove him for now. Put in a placeholder. I believe Emerson from West Ham is an Italian left-back in the Premier League who should do good chemistry here. Okay, so we kind of get an idea. So they're all on full chemistry. And I believe with the manager, if we go for France, get St. Max on full chem. And I believe that's as far as we can go. 31 is as far as we can go. You can change players, though. Frimpong here, as much as I really want to try him out and as much as I think it's going to be amazing, if you want a man to come in who might be a little bit on the cheaper side, Riddleback, who's a good shout. I believe he's a right mid, but can change to a right back. Not a bad fullback, in all fairness. Super well-rounded as a box-to-box centre mid, to be fair. Ticks most of the boxes in my opinion, and as you can see, you could play it in that right back role. Big Joelinton could be upgraded to one of my favourite looking box-to-box centre mids. Another Newcastle boy is Tonali. that he's going to be pricey. But if you can get your hands on him early doors, he's one of those cards that you kind of want to buy early and just watch him go up in price because he's going to be in demand. And with Tonali as well, you also have an option if you want to mix it up instead. Maybe branch him off real quick and bring in Bruno Guimaraes. I'm not going to try to type Guimaraes. Luckily, it came up for me. Somewhat similar to Joe Linton. Like, more similar to Joe Linton than Tonali. Tonali's definitely that level above. But great dribbling, really good shooting going forward as well. Like, it should be a fantastic card. But the pace is a bit of a worry in my opinion. So definitely have him as that kind of like playmaker. Just hold his position, pinging passes. Another great upgrade as well. Zaniolo can be swapped out for the pace demon. That is Moussa Diaby. Once again, another Aston Villa recent transfer. It's going to be so in demand at the start of the game. Like, oh my days. If he gets the ones to watch as well, I need that card. The pace, mate, the pace and the dribbling combined, the overall sweaty package, and I'm ready for it. He's a definition of explosive. He's a nice upgrade as well. And apart from that, I think the team is well and truly set in stone for the start of the game. I don't know how you can get much better than this team right here. Obviously, Diaby, a little bit out of our price range to start with. So we'll keep Zaniolo in there for now because I think he's a nice cheap alternative. But let me know down below your actual price predictions for this squad here. I reckon once the dust settles a little bit, on the web app prices will fluctuate, and as soon as the game releases, it might skyrocket. But even at the start of the game, 4,600 FIFA points coming to most of us if we pre-ordered the game, a lot of packs being opened. I can't see many of these cards being expensive at all. Maybe Ibanez and Van der Ven might hold a bit of a premium at the start. Udogi's probably going to be like 5k. Let's put him back in now. Why not? We know he'll be on full chemistry, and everyone else will be on full chem, but let's just keep him in there just so when I'm going through this. He'll probably be about 5k. Same with Frimpong, probably a bit more expensive. Actually, probably like 15. Similar, to be fair, it's a tough one with Frimpong because Bundesliga itself is super meta at the start of the game, especially Adeyemi, Chan, for example. Frimpong, though, there's not many Leipzig boys, so maybe he might get overlooked and his price won't be too bad. Big Joe should be very affordable. Same with Kessie, same with Chan. Adeyemi and St. Max, a different story though. I'm going to predict about 100, I'll say 100k base rate. That's what I'm going to predict. Let me know if you think I'm miles off, if you reckon it's going to be super crazy. Remember, last year we were predicting players to be super expensive. That never really happened. It's a joint market with PlayStation and Xbox, so there's a lot of cards being packed. You could say there's an equal increase in demand, but being real, prices didn't go super crazy for these low-rated boys. But that is the starter squad. Let me know what you think down below. I will have more videos coming your way over the next couple of days on the build-up to the web app. Make sure you press that sub button on the road to 30k subs. And most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you later.